This is the bag we will be making in today's video. If you guys feel inspired to try it, go ahead and join our new Facebook group where you can share it and be inspired right there, right in the family. See you guys soon. Let's get started. Hey Tullies, welcome back to Tully channel, and thank you guys so much for following us, your favorite family on YouTube. Today we will be crafting a customized makeup bag that you guys will absolutely love, that will be perfect for your friends, for yourself, whoever you guys would want to make this for, and I just hope that you guys truly enjoy it. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to do is to show you guys how I design this image. If I'm not mistaken, I do want to have my orientation as a portrait for this bag. Now, from here, we are going to go ahead and start designing. Now, she recently sent me a bag a few months ago, so she has no idea that I'm making this. But because I had to ask for her logo, she knows that something is going on. We will be kind of coming close to this that she sent me that she would like to do for her customers. Now, I don't want the images to be too big because we will also be making a scrunchie and something else to go with this. And that way she could use that as well. So we're going to be making a few things, so that's why my scale is so small. The format image is about 1.5 images, which will be pretty dope because I will also be making her a scrunchie and or a keychain with this. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and keep adding this image. If you guys would like me to zoom in, that might work too. So let me go ahead and zoom in a bit. I really don't know how to make this Microsoft thing go away. So, okay, let's just click that over and then boom. Okay, here we go. So we are basically designing this image. You guys just will go ahead and make a pattern that you like. Make some space for us to do this one more time. Copy, paste. And there's usually lines that help you align everything, which I find pretty awesome. And now for the next line, we're going to start with these kisses. This is the colors that are found on her website. We're going to go ahead and crop it closer to the image so that we have more space to work with it. All that is just transparent, like nothingness. So we're going to bring it closer and boom, done. Going to resize it just like that. And we will be adding the other image of her. And as you guys know, I always say the possibilities are endless here on this channel. I really do show you guys some really amazing ideas and some dope content. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new. And we are just going to keep aligning all of this. And one more time, we're going to paste her. And from here, I have a feeler. I don't know how this is going to look, but oh, that's pretty cool and weird at the same time. Nope, it looks weird. So we're going to move that. You guys, I don't know if I'm feeling the lashes. I do see it on the bag. I also see makeup and perfume. I just don't know how to mix it all. What if we keep it simple like this, just for now? Cute and simple. Let's see something. Now the only thing is this. It's not really easy to see with this background. Let's see. You guys, like, I just do not know how to settle on a design. I just don't know. So let's go back to no background. And we're going to zoom back in. We're going to keep it simple. Put this back. We are going to leave it like this. We're going to delete that and make all of them blue. We're going to go ahead and group these images. Where's the group option? Group. And we are going to copy and paste. I love it. I'm satisfied. About right here. And I'll scoot it over the rest of the way. Let's see if we can make some space for the bottom row. Split it up, split it up. Alright, you guys, so this is what our fabric will look like, and honestly, I freaking love it without the lashes and all the other stuff, because she got the whole ordeal. Okay, she got the lashes, she got the makeup, the smile, whatever the case may be. So the rest of this we don't need. I'm going to go ahead and print 2 of these and we will get started. I'm going to go ahead and delete this page and we're going to insert a duplicate page and we're going to go ahead and print them, and I will be back to show you guys where we go from there. And do not forget, we will be printing this image 11 by 17. That will be the piece of our fabric, as well as the fact that we will be reversing this because we are doing sublimation and we want it to come out the right way. Alright, you guys, so I went ahead and I grabbed those 2 prints off of my printer, and as you guys can see, it came out really great, and it's also in reverse so that when we sublimate it, it will be faced the correct way. From here, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my protective paper. This is butcher paper. I can go ahead and add that in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and put down that butcher paper. And sometimes I pre-cut my fabric. Sometimes I just go ahead and sublimate it. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw it on my heat press. I'm going to grab my image. And you want to make sure there's no like fabric or any like strayaways, because this fabric has a lot of strayaways. You want to make sure that it doesn't have any of that. And I believe I could get away with doing 2 this way. So let me go ahead and turn it around. All right, go ahead and put it here. Some people like to tape it. If you guys are a beginner, I do suggest that you tape it in place, just to make sure that it's not moving or anything like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put my sheet down. I'm going to save as much of this fabric as possible so that we're not pressing it too much. And I'm going to go ahead and sublimate this at 400 for 90 seconds. Sometimes I do 60, I don't feel like it comes out bright enough, and sometimes I do 120 and I feel like it's too dark. So I'm meeting in the middle. Increments of 30, adding 30 to 60, that's 90. So let's go ahead and sublimate this. So once this get to 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and take it off and I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, we went ahead and we got our first press done, and I'm going to cut this piece off and do our last piece. Okay. All right, you guys, so our 30 seconds went off. We kind of have a shadow here. I'm not even 100% sure why. It didn't shift, but it did duplicate the image. How? I don't know. So just be mindful and also possibly cover over it. But I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the last piece. So we're going to cut this out to a better shape. Do the same thing with this piece to cut off all the extra excess fabric. Alright, so for our outside fabric for our bag, I was going to go ahead and write the dimensions down for you guys. You want this to be 9.5 by 11.5. So what I'm going to do is basically flip it over to the back and measure that out. So we have 11.5 going right to left. Let's do it up here, cut it to thin at the bottom. 9.5. Okay. It's not 11.5. I did it the wrong way. Okay, so we're going to do 9.5 going right to left. And this is our half mark. And we're going to do 11.5 going up and down. I'm going to mark that out and cut it out. I'm going to do the same thing with your right to left. And for the top, if I'm not mistaken, the 11.5 mark is right about here. to measure that out. Make sure our bottom is even. And go ahead and cut that out. And now we can use this piece to cut the rest of our pieces. So we're going to grab over here and do the same thing. Get your black lining fabric. Give me 1 second. You guys want to get your lining fabric, whatever kind of fabric you want that to be, as well as your interface. I will be using Pelon interface, and I will be using my heat press to cheat and get it done quickly. So from here, I'm going to see if it can go this way for both of them. And it can. Yep, I can fit both of these on this side. All right, one is looking a little longer than the other. We're going to go ahead and cut that out. Maybe my interface is a little off. From here, we can separate these two. And you want to get that interface as close as possible to your shape before going ahead and throwing it onto your heat press. So we're going to even it out. Yeah, there has to be a crookedness with my fabric. Yeah, it is. So what I'm going to do is just even it out. Just like that. And from here, you guys, it says to make sure that you put like a wet cloth on top. This is the bumpy side, so I have to flip it over. And you want to make sure that all of these loose threads do not get in the way when you're pressing it. Go ahead and flip it over. And I am going to wet this, which is basically my wet cloth on top. So I have this continuous spray bottle from the store. I just spray it about once or twice. And I'm going to throw it on the heat press. You absolutely can protect this if you want. I'm going to go ahead and put this down for about 10 seconds. Okay, 4. Oh, it's counting for me. And then we lift it up. And it is pressed, and you don't have to take your iron and go over it several times. It's stuck on there. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. Gotta flip it over. And make sure it's close to size. Spray it and put it on your heat press. As you guys can see, it starts to get wrinkled, so you do want to change that butcher paper or move it around. I want to try to move mine since it's only going to be 10 seconds. And 10 seconds again. Alright, and that is it for us using the heat press. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And grab my paper. I'm going to go ahead and cut off all of this extra paper, lining, whatever that is. Okay, and from here, we're going to get our lining paper and our zipper. Our lining fabric. So this is our lining fabric. I'll just be tracing my outer fabric to get it. And this is just some black polyester that I had a lot of. So I just use this for the inside of my bags until I run out of it. If you guys are like me, I like to hurry up and separate it from the bigger piece of fabric. So I cut this rinky-dink size and then I fix it afterwards. I'm going to do it one more time and then we can get it closer to size afterwards. Well, this one is pretty neat, so we can get it pretty close. So I'll do a clip cut, bring it down, and cut across. Get this out the way, and now we could perfect it to size. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, line it up, cut off our bottom. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with this piece. Alright, so we got our 4 layers with our interfacing, and I'm going to go ahead and pick out a zipper. Give me 1 second. So this is my big bag of zippers. I will put the link in the description below where I got this. It was from Amazon and it came with so many choices for so little cost. So I thought it was pretty dope. I may end up going with a neutral color or a white. I think that white will be great. So let's do white. Okay. And from here, we're going to start putting this together. So you want to get your outer fabric, you want to grab your zipper, and you want to put your zipper face down. So where it goes open and close, that is going to be face down. You're also going to grab your lining, and you're going to put that on top. If your lining had print onto it, you would want your lining to be facing the same way that this is facing. So if faces were on here, I believe you would have those faces underward, so it'll be good to good, so crosses or whatever to this. And we're going to go ahead and stitch right across. I do want to go ahead and show you guys that, so I will come back in front of the sewing machine and show you guys that clip really quick. No problem. Alright you guys, so I just put my clips on it to make it easier to load into my sewing machine, and I'm going to go ahead and unzip it a bit to make sure that my zipper doesn't get in the way. We're going to push that under here and sew right across. And I am pretty close to my zipper. I'm also going to go ahead and lift up my foot while that needle is down and zip it back, so now our zipper still won't get in our way. I'm gonna keep sewing. From here, I'm gonna take it off, open it, and flip it over. Now you guys see that you don't see our seam and you don't see it on the back either. You're gonna load it right back into your sewing machine. I like to zip it all the way down on this part. Zip up. And it's not holding on to anything on that side. Let me put it down. Well, and zip it all the way down. And from here, you guys can clip it if you need to. I just like to apply firm pressure while pulling to do my top stitch. I'm gonna put it back under there. And I like to come close to where the end of the zipper is on the inside. You'll be able to feel it. Sorry guys, you'll be able to feel it. You're gonna lower your needle and sew straight across. Make sure you keep that back lining flat as you sew across. thread. Sometimes my thread do this thing where it likes to hold on. We're going to keep it aligned and slow. Keep it aligned. Slow. We're going to take this back to the table and align it to do the same thing on the other side. Alright you guys, so as you saw last time, we had it completely unzipped to do our top stitch. You're going to go ahead and zip it back, and you're going to repeat the same thing we did last time. So you're going to put your outer fabric up, and kind of like when you do right side to right side, you're going to make a sandwich out of the front too. But you just want to make sure that your zipper is touching the top of your other outer fabric, and these sides should be matching up. There should be not a lot sticking out on either side, because that means that it's not aligned properly. You're going to take your lining, you're going to put that right here on the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and clip that like we did before, and straight stitch and flip it over once again, and I'll show you guys that when we get back to the sewing machine. Same as last time, you're going to unzip a little, throw it under your sewing machine. Make sure that zipper is aligned properly. Throw it under your sewing machine. Put that foot down, put that needle down, and then behind your foot, back stitch, stitch forward. Now we're near that zipper again. Lift up your foot, zip all the way to the end, and start sewing. That part done, you guys know the deal. You're going to go ahead and flip it. Hopefully this doesn't get too tricky for you, and do the same thing on this side. You want to pause it? So we went ahead and flipped this over like we did on the other side. We're going to unzip it again, and you're going to apply that pressure. Let's do it this way. Apply that pressure and pull to make sure that both of them are aligned. Push that back. Line it up. You want to lower that needle, or should we lower our foot? Lower your foot. Lower your needle. Back stitch. And do your pressure and go. Oh. So now that we have these two pieces done, I'm going to try to go to the next step without having to go back to the table. And the next step is, let's go ahead and zip this closed. You guys can see it's turning into a bag. You're going to put your outer to outer. I'm going to go ahead and clip that around. Alright you guys, so I just went ahead and I clipped my outer layer. You're going to go ahead and do the same thing for your bottom. What you're going to do differently though is you're going to leave a certain part, just about this much, open. And the reason why you're leaving this part open is because that's where you're going to close your bag. Now because I have white thread here, I'm going to go ahead and probably serge that part closed when we get to that point, because you guys see the black thread over here and it won't be that noticeable. But what you guys would prefer to do when we get there, I'll show you. I'm going to just go ahead and continue to clip a little bit more for security. Okay, and I like to start on this side because I'm going to come all the way back around to the other side of my opening. I'm going to go ahead and move that, and leave about at least a 1/4 seam allowance. Flip it up, pivot to the side, drop it. What I forgot to mention is you guys want to actually have your bag zipped open halfway, because if you don't, you won't be able to open it. So I'm going to grab my zipper and zip it open halfway, at least halfway. All right. And you want your teeth to be facing the lining. So you guys see these teeth right here, the zipper teeth, you want that to be facing your lining. That gives it a clean look when you are finished. And you're going to turn it. Some excess fabric going on here, so I'm just going to adjust, turn it, and go up. At this point, if you guys wanted to, you can go ahead and add a hook or something like that at this point so that it can be connected to different things or hung onto the wall. That's up to you. Okay, make sure the teeth are facing the same way. And I feel like my zipper is too far over. Oh, and I can't get in. I'll just push it up a little bit. There we go. Pivot, and you're gonna go the opposite way. Now you guys don't have to have your seam allowance that big. I'm just very cautious because my fabric likes to peel and I didn't want it to cause any issues at the moment, especially while me showing you guys this video. Okay, you guys, from here, now that we have this part done, we're going to go ahead and start our 3D bottom, or you guys, I guess you can say our flat bottom. You basically match seam to seam, and you grab a ruler and you measure out how much you want between 0 to, I guess you can say between 6 to 10 centimeters. Today I am going to do, let's do it pretty wide. Let's do 8 centimeters. So we're going to do 8 centimeters. Now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and pin it in place. And pin it really close up here. I'm going to do the, well, I guess I'll show you guys how to sew it, and we'll do the same thing for all 4 corners. So you're going to have it flat, and you're going to sew across. Pretty wild with threads down here, so you guys can clean that up. Another thing that I like to do, that's sort of a hack, is to cut off what we already did and leave your about 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you guys could use this to kind of measure what you want. You just will add about another centimeter or 1/4 inch. We're going to fold it. My nail is breaking. Okay, so we're going to fold it, and you're going to grab that corner again, just like that. Nope, that doesn't work. Sorry guys, don't do that. So we're going to go ahead and measure 8 centimeters again, and we're going to go ahead and sew that. Alright, now that that part is done, it is time to cut off our zipper. On both sides. Alright, and you're going to turn it inside in or outside out, right side out. Alright, so you're going to push your bag out, and you guys can see we got that nice bottom, and you have your lining. This is what it'll look like after we close our lining. Go ahead and push everything inside. And this is our bag, you guys. Push out your corners. This is dope for like your tall makeup brushes and your tall bottles of makeup, whatever you guys have. You guys also can do it the opposite way, where it will be long like this and it'll open at the top, which is like your average bag. So I'm going to go ahead and close our bottom. If you guys were doing it with your sewing machine, I'll just do it with my sewing machine and we'll see the color difference. This is the inside, and I'll show you guys the way to do it. You're going to fold in your raw edges like that. They like to pop back out, so I'm going to clip it. Now that we have all those clipped, you're going to go ahead and sew across. If this was the same color thread, you guys wouldn't see it, but for demonstration purposes, I think it's pretty awesome that you guys could see the color difference and know how to do it. I'm gonna go straight across. Cut off your extra thread. And like I said, you guys, if this was black, you wouldn't see it at all. It's pretty like amazing clothes. Did I just cut the fabric in the corner? Yes, I did. Jazz, I am so sorry.
You can go back and search that and
oh, that's true. I can pivot like this. Go down. Just like that. Make sure I don't cut the corner again. Alright. And that's that. I'm going to go ahead and push that back inside of your bag. And this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can get this corner to come out some more. Oh, yeah, perfect. And once you guys put your products and everything, it should be more stable. But you guys, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you guys next time.